What's up, everybody? Caleb Wagner, aka Wags My Tag, coming back strong inside your eye, and I'm talking about a brand new episode of The Walking Dead that just aired. That's right, Season 5, Episode 12, Remember, just dropped. And before I get into the zombie meat of the situation, this right here is one of the absolute best episodes of The Walking Dead that has ever been aired. That's right, when it is all said and done, I will put a stamp on it that this right here is probably going to be a top 3 episode, if not for the last 15 seconds of the episode. It was absolutely crazy. I'm going to get into the meat of every bit of it. I'm going to start it off by talking about the symbolism. There was a lot of hidden messages, hidden things inside the scenes that you could really take away from. The director of this episode was all about it. If you want to look into some of the details when Glenn, they're getting assimilated into this new society. So Glenn decides that he is going to be part of a scavenge team, and it's not really his decision to do so, but he goes along with it. You see this crazy hidden symbolism. They give Glenn a little pea shooter of a gun. It looks like the crappiest thing made in Russia with Chinese parts. It sucks, right? And then the guy who's guiding the tour, who's taking them out there to the middle of the nowhere, possibly 50 miles out, right? He has got an ACR, absolute badass, greatest gun that money can buy. Whoever made the episode made it apparent they want to get the viewer uneasy. This entire episode was all about, coming into a new society and just trying to ease into it because they're relinquishing all of their power. They could be slaughtered at any moment, but they could just be waiting to take them to the shower so they don't have to clean up the blood. You know what I'm saying? It's absolutely crazy the tension that's undergoing in this episode. It really is underlined with, you have this congresswoman. I like to call her the Sarah Palin of Zombieland because she is absolutely playing all the angles in this $800,000 mini mansion neighborhood. She says that her husband was an architect and, jobs were so important. Her husband was an architect and he built the walls. Well, where's her husband at? This bitch doesn't even have her husband around her, but she's talking about him. It's crazy. I don't believe it, right? She's saying she exiled 3 different people. It's absolutely crazy. One of them was probably her husband. That's my guess right now. It's crazy. She's talking about how she wants to read people. And, we have Sheriff Rick. He is absolutely laying it on thick, trying to tell these people it's all about survival. And that's what it's all about. He was not threatening them, but he was like, I'm on your team, but if you mess with me, I'm going to slit your throat before you even get the chance. It was crazy, this tension that's going on. And she's trying to figure out every single person and put them into their line of duty. And what I'm worried about is okay, they're going to get all these people in their jobs, and then the people that don't fit in like Legos, they're going to off them and murder them. That might be a case. But there's, again, just so much going on. We end up seeing Carl. He develops a relationship with a couple other kids inside this crazy neighborhood, one of which is a girl, right? And you can already see the love interest. They're going to be no, right? But the crazy part is, she was out in her own thing. She was doing her own thing out in the wilderness, but they brought her in and she didn't talk for 3 weeks. But then later in the episode, she's sneaking out. It's just so many things to remember. That's why they named this episode Remember. There's so much going on. Why was she out there and then with a backpack? Is she taking something out? Is she bringing something back in? Is she storing something for when she wants to escape? Are they holding her hostage? We don't know any of these details. It's crazy to think of all the strings that are going on. I don't know how it's going to go down, right? You have Rick going out there to see if his gun is still in the blender, which I thought that was a cool little homage, little hiding spot. That was sweet. That's going to be rememberable, the gun in the blender. That was cool. But it's no longer there. Did one of the people in Alexandria take it? Or was it the samurai lady who just wants to create security inside this home? Again, you have the place called Alexandria. They're in a place that is named after a famous place that burnt down. A haven of knowledge that ended up burning to the ground. No matter how good their setup was, somebody's going to come in there and mess it up. And I don't know if it's going to be some other person. I don't know if it's going to be Alexandria attacking Rick and his family, or if it is going to be Rick attacking them. That's right. At the end of the episode, I'm going to say spoiler alert, because this is what makes the absolute greatest episode of Walking Dead so far. Rick says, well, if they don't get with it, we'll just have to take them over. And oh my god, it just flipped the script. Literally, it is all about survival. Rick might pull a Terminus on them and say, hey, you're exiled now. Let's go. Like, I'm the sheriff. It's going to be crazy. What's going to happen? Like, it's legendary. I didn't even think that this episode, you know, I knew it was amazing. And I knew it was awesome that we're meeting all these characters. But once that last 15 seconds hit me, I was like, oh my god, The Walking Dead, like the last minute twist just hit harder than ever. It's absolutely awesome. This is a crazy episode. Again, my thoughts are, I hope that they aren't good people, right? I hope that they aren't good people and Rick ends up messing with them, because if they're both actually good parties and they bump heads, that's going to suck because that's a waste. But if they are evil, which I think they are, you know, like, they're going to hide that to the very end. Because the thing that sets it off for me was, it's like, the guy who came in there, again, not with specific names, the guy who came in there and, you know, brought them into Alexandria, like, they thought he was evil, and then they were like, oh, he has a lover, a gay lover, like, they're a gay couple. Like, was that supposed to dismiss us to them? Like, it can't be a gay couple that kills you. No, it can. Like, literally, The Walking Dead teaches us that you cannot trust the people that might kill you. Like, literally, there's a might in the situation. You cannot trust them. It's nuts. I don't trust these Alexandria people. If Rick ends up taking over the place, it'll be amazing. They can have hot water. I would be happy for them. Again, it's going to be crazy to see if Rick hits on that lady. Literally, if he's taking Alexandria, he's taking his woman. And she had an owl tattooed on her arm. See, I think that's crazy because that's some Illuminati stuff, honestly. And she's building an owl statue just like the people at, like, Bohemian Grove, you know, like they get under like a rock owl. Like, it's crazy that I think they're even in the same state like Virginia, out in the woods, like doing all these satanic rituals. It's crazy. I don't know. They're politicians. Anything could happen. Either way, guys, this is one of the best episodes that has ever been on The Walking Dead. That's why I got a 7-minute review from Wags My Tag. It was absolutely amazing. I can't wait to see how it goes forward and who is going to kill each other first. Daryl, you're the man. Don't trust these people and don't let them figure you out. I want you guys to get back at it. I want you guys to stay strong. I want you guys to be the best you can be productive, and be smiling, because that's what makes the Illuminati the most angry. Peace, guys. Keep it easy and don't let this symbolism fool you or the eyes.